The 2026 Met Gala theme was Fashion is Art. On the red carpet, celebrity guests took that prompt literally, transforming themselves into living sculptures. To push the boundaries of wearable art, designers abandoned traditional textiles. We saw rigid, custom-molded orange fiberglass paired with heavy leather. Gowns were constructed through archival methods, like this Dior piece stitched together from layers of photographic film strips. For more deep dives into the collision of fashion and economy, make sure to subscribe. These looks raise a difficult paradox. We have to determine if these designs represent a genuine high watermark for modern art, or if they are simply a $100,000 a ticket distraction from a society struggling with a severe crisis of affordability. This chart tracks media impact value, the monetary worth of the publicity generated by an event. The Met Gala's value is skyrocketing here, reaching $1.4 billion, and officially overtaking the Oscars as the dominant venue for global glamour. Yet that media dominance triggered a massive backlash. Across the internet, critics compared the display of wealth to the Hunger Games and organized the blockout movement to unfollow attending stars. The event is currently caught in a hostile tug-of-war between the celebration of high-concept art and the optics of a dystopian reality. To find the artistic defense of the night, look to curator Andrew Bolton. His vision for the costume art exhibition was to show how the dressed body threads through every department in the Metropolitan Museum. Many of the gowns carried deep archival references. Sabrina Carpenter's Dior look was built using frames from the 1954 film Sabrina. This dress sparked an intense internet debate over its materials. Critics questioned whether the designer had destroyed irreplaceable camera negatives or used modern safety prints. Kim Kardashian's fiberglass breastplate drew inspiration from British pop artist Alan Jones, known for his surrealist explorations of the human form. The piece referenced 1975 French erotica and BDSM history. Her team even used a vintage mold from the late 1960s to avoid casting the breastplate directly from her own body. Other attendees literally manifested fine art. Hunter Schafer's Prada dress was a direct homage to the textures and colors of a Gustav Klimt painting. Through these archival homages and material experiments, the designers succeeded in their primary task. They proved that fashion possesses the virtuosity of fine art. But art requires an audience. If these looks are masterpieces, we have to look at who is actually allowed to view them in person. When Eleanor Lambert established the gala in 1948, it was a local charity dinner. Tickets cost exactly $50, and the attendees were largely members of the New York fashion industry. The event shifted in the 1970s under Diana Vreeland. She prioritized celebrity and extravagance, turning the charity benefit into a global media fixture. Under the leadership of Anna Wintour, the gala became increasingly exclusive. The guest list was tightly restricted, and the event was closed to anyone not personally approved by Vogue. This bar chart shows the escalating cost of entry. From that original $50 baseline, prices reached $30,000 in 2014, and then spiked to $100,000 for a single seat in 2026. Over 78 years, the gala systematically replaced its charitable roots with a fortress of extreme wealth. The ultimate symbol of this shift was the presence of Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. They served as honorary co-chairs after paying a reported $10 million to sponsor the event. The sponsorship triggered public outrage. For many, the sight of billionaires bankrolling a private party felt disconnected from an American public facing a growing affordability crisis. This frustration boiled over outside the museum doors, where activists held demonstrations calling for boycotts and higher taxes on the billionaire class. The tension was fueled by influencers who posted "let them eat cake" content from the carpet, creating a tone-deaf contrast to the protests occurring just yards away. By relying on the billionaire class for its funding, the gala has alienated the public that American culture traditionally relies upon. The 2026 Met Gala served as a televised battleground over who actually controls and drives our modern American culture. On one side, the designers and artists are undeniably creating breathtaking, legitimate masterpieces. But the venue for those masterpieces has become an exclusionary caricature of extreme wealth. If high art can only be afforded by billionaires and influencers, we have to ask who that art is actually serving. In 2026, the definition of modern art has become inseparable from its price of admission. Subscribe for more deep dives into the architecture of culture, and we'll see you in the next one.